The sun slowly came up over Kensington Palace. It was going to be a very special day. Inside the big palace, everyone was busy getting ready for something important. Prince William stood in front of a large mirror in his bedroom. He was putting on his special military uniform. The uniform was dark blue with shiny buttons. He had many medals on his chest. Each medal told a story about his work for the country. William looked at himself and smiled. He was nervous but excited. Down the hall, Catherine was in her room getting dressed. She picked a beautiful navy blue coat dress. The dress was perfect for the cold London morning. She looked at herself in the mirror and brushed her hair. Catherine always looked elegant, but today she wanted to look extra special. The palace staff were running around everywhere. Some were ironing clothes. Others were polishing shoes until they shone like mirrors. The head butler was checking his watch every few minutes. Everything had to be perfect. In the children's rooms, things were much more fun and noisy. Prince George was trying to tie his own tie. He was 9 years old and wanted to do it by himself. His nanny helped him when he got stuck. George wore a smart navy suit just like his father's. He looked very grown up. Princess Charlotte was spinning around in her cream-colored dress. The dress had pretty flowers sewn on it with golden thread. She loved how the dress moved when she spun. Charlotte was 6 years old and always full of energy. Her hair was done in neat curls with a small ribbon. Prince Louis was the most excited of all. He was only 4 years old. Louis wore short pants and a crisp white shirt. His nanny was trying to comb his hair, but Louis kept moving around. He wanted to see everything that was happening. "Are we going to see all the people?" Louis asked his nanny. "Yes, many people will be there to see you," she said with a smile. The children could hear cars driving up to the palace. These were security cars. Today was not a normal day. Today, the whole world would be watching them. Catherine walked into the children's rooms. She looked beautiful. Her hair was done perfectly, and she wore her grandmother's pearl earrings. The children ran to hug her. "Mummy, you look like a princess," Charlotte said. Catherine laughed. "Thank you, sweetheart. You all look wonderful too." William joined them. He looked very handsome in his uniform. The family stood together for a moment. They looked like a picture from a storybook. "Are you ready?" William asked everyone. The children nodded excitedly. They didn't fully understand why today was so important. But they knew it was special because everyone was acting differently. Outside, the palace guards were standing extra straight. The cars were cleaned until they sparkled. Even the palace gardens looked perfect. A palace worker came to the door. "Your Royal Highnesses, it's time to go." William took Catherine's hand. Charlotte held her mother's other hand. George walked next to his father, trying to copy how William walked. Louis bounced along, still full of energy. As they walked through the palace halls, their footsteps echoed. The walls were covered with paintings of kings and queens from long ago. Today, these children would make their own piece of history. The family reached the front door of the palace. Through the glass, they could see their special car waiting. The driver was standing ready. William looked at his family one more time. "Let's go and meet the people," he said. This was just the beginning of a day no one would ever forget. As the royal convoy prepared to leave Kensington Palace, crowds had already begun gathering along the route to Westminster Abbey. The family climbed into their official car, with William and Catherine sharing knowing glances about the importance of this public appearance. The children pressed their faces to the windows, watching London pass by in a blur of waving flags and cheering people. George, as the eldest, tried to maintain his composure, while Charlotte waved enthusiastically at the crowds. Louis, still young enough to be genuinely curious about everything, pointed excitedly at the decorations lining the streets. The journey through London's historic streets felt both familiar and special, as this was no ordinary royal engagement, but a significant ceremonial event that would be remembered for years to come. Hours before the royal family's scheduled arrival, Westminster Abbey was surrounded by thousands of eager spectators. Royal fans from around the world had camped overnight to secure the best viewing spots, their dedication evident in their elaborate displays of British flags and royal memorabilia. Street vendors sold commemorative items, while news crews from international media outlets set up their equipment. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation as people shared stories of previous royal sightings and speculated about what the children might be wearing. Local police and security officers worked tirelessly to manage the growing crowd, creating safe barriers while ensuring everyone could catch a glimpse of the beloved royal family. The historic setting of Westminster Abbey, with its Gothic towers reaching toward the cloudy London sky, provided a magnificent backdrop for what promised to be an unforgettable royal appearance. When the royal car finally approached Westminster Abbey, a collective gasp rose from the crowd. As the vehicle slowed to a stop, cameras flashed like lightning, capturing every moment of this highly anticipated arrival. Prince William stepped out first, his tall frame commanding immediate attention as he turned to help his family exit the car. Catherine emerged gracefully, her outfit choice immediately praised by fashion enthusiasts in the crowd. But it was the children who truly captured hearts as they stepped onto the historic cobblestones. George walked with the confidence of a future king, while Charlotte's sweet smile melted the hearts of onlookers. Louis, true to his reputation for charming public appearances, gave an impromptu wave that sent the crowd into delighted cheers. The family stood together for a moment, creating a picture-perfect scene that photographers would later describe as pure magic. As the royal family made their way toward the Abbey entrance, fashion experts and royal watchers immediately began analyzing every detail of their outfits. Catherine's choice to wear British designers was noted and applauded, with her accessories perfectly complementing her sophisticated look. Her hair was styled in an elegant updo that showed off her sapphire earrings, a subtle tribute to royal tradition. William's military uniform displayed his various honors and medals, each telling a story of his service and dedication to his country. The children's coordinated outfits showed careful attention to both style and practicality, allowing them to look formal while still being comfortable enough for their ages. Charlotte's small handbag and George's polished shoes demonstrated how even the youngest royals are taught the importance of appropriate dressing for public events. Fashion magazines would later feature these looks as examples of timeless royal style that perfectly balanced tradition with modern elegance. As they walked toward Westminster Abbey's magnificent entrance, it became clear that Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis were the real stars of this public appearance. George demonstrated remarkable maturity for his age, walking with purpose and occasionally offering a shy smile to the cameras. Charlotte, always naturally photogenic, seemed to enjoy the attention and waved confidently at the crowd. Her genuine happiness was infectious, bringing smiles to faces throughout the gathering. However, it was Prince Louis who provided the most memorable moments of the day. His natural curiosity and lack of formal reserve created several endearing scenes that would become viral social media moments. Whether he was pointing at interesting architectural details of the Abbey or making faces at the cameras, Louis reminded everyone that despite their royal status, they were still a normal family with children who see the world with wonder and excitement. Within minutes of the royal family's arrival, social media platforms exploded with photos, videos, and commentary about their appearance. Royal fan accounts shared slow-motion videos of Charlotte's wave and Louis's adorable expressions, while fashion bloggers posted detailed analyses of Catherine's outfit choices. International news outlets picked up the story immediately, with headlines praising the family's appearance and the children's natural charm. Twitter was filled with heart emojis and positive comments about how the young royals were already showing signs of being excellent public figures. Many people commented on how normal and relatable the family appeared despite their extraordinary circumstances. The hashtag about their Westminster Abbey visit began trending within an hour, demonstrating the global fascination with the British royal family, and particularly the next generation of royals who will shape the monarchy's future. Once inside Westminster Abbey, the royal family was guided to their designated seats in the historic venue. The Abbey's soaring Gothic architecture provided an awe-inspiring backdrop as they settled in for the ceremony. George looked around with obvious interest at the ancient stonework and stained glass windows, while Charlotte whispered questions to her mother about the building's history. Louis, despite his young age, seemed surprisingly well-behaved as he took in the grandeur of his surroundings. William and Catherine appeared relaxed and proud as they watched their children experience this important cultural and religious site. The ceremony proceeded with the family participating appropriately, standing for hymns and observing moments of silence with respect. Their presence added a special significance to the event, connecting the current generation of royals with centuries of British history and tradition that the Abbey represents. As the royal family prepared to leave Westminster Abbey, the lasting impact of their visit was already becoming apparent. The positive public reaction and media coverage would be discussed for weeks to come, with many commentators noting how effortlessly the children were growing into their royal roles. This appearance demonstrated the successful balance William and Catherine have achieved between protecting their children's privacy and preparing them for future public duties. The visit also showcased the enduring appeal of the monarchy and its ability to bring people together in celebration of British heritage and tradition. As they walked back to their car, waving goodbye to the still enthusiastic crowd, it was clear that this Westminster Abbey appearance would be remembered as a defining moment for this generation of royals. The children's natural grace and genuine personalities had once again proven that the future of the British royal family was in capable and charming hands, ensuring continued public support and affection for years to come.